All right, my loves, we're going to go ahead and get into Cancer's energy reading from the 15th to the 28th of February. I want you to take only the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest out. And Cancer, one of the first words that I heard with your oracle cards and the one tarot card that I have here, which is the Empress, I heard the word body, okay? Your oracle card also says, listen to your body. Right? And it says, and do what is asking of you, meaning, have you been stretching yourself a bit too far? Are you tired? Is there any aches and pains that you need to pay attention to? If there's any signs that your body is asking you to pay attention to as far as discomfort or any health related issues, you need to get checked up. So that's one of the things that I definitely got from your reading. Then there's this other oracle card that's saying, stop pushing against what is, align with it and move on, meaning that there's certain things that might not be, favorable to you, or you might not agree with, but Spirit is saying it's like you can't really go against it, right? Things are what they are. It's not good or bad. We just need to accept and move on, right? Co-create with these energies. And Spirit really wants you to not go against it, not invest your energy in vain for something that you just simply can't change, right? And then the other oracle card that you have here is stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. You already know them. So this is about trusting your intuition. This is about embodying what it is that you feel, honoring yourself, and, validating yourself, giving yourself the value that you deserve, okay? Interestingly enough, so there's conflict here. That's the block. 4 of Wands with the 5 of Wands. There could be that there's certain things shifting in your day-to-day life. This could be maybe things in the household, with family, with a loved one. The 4 of Wands typically symbolizes like a milestone, accomplishment. Maybe there is a milestone or accomplishment or something big happening in the household, but it's also causing some sort of issues, some sort of differences of opinions, a lot of argument, bickering, disagreements, right? Past energy, you have the Chariot here, meaning that things have been moving quite fast from the past. Maybe things have been feeling, quite like at a steady and fast pace. And right now with the Empress, it's kind of like a little bit of an opposite energy. The Empress doesn't really chase. She just stays and she feels and she embodies, and she's all about being in her body, being in her pleasure, being in her own presence and enjoying that, right? This is about enjoying yourself. So Spirit is saying, are you spending too much time thinking about what do you have to do next? Are you giving yourself that time to decompress? You need to allow yourself to rest, to restore, and to rejuvenate. Okay, so in the near future, you have here the 6 of Pentacles. And this is showing to me as a matter that needs to be balanced out. This could be you needing to have a tighter budget. This could be you seeing where it is that your physical money is actually going to. So maybe you need to go look through your, I wouldn't say checkbook, but look through your statement, look through your transactions. If you are lending money, this is where maybe you are potentially asking for the money back. Or for some of you guys, this is where you are potentially receiving some sort of abundance that helps you for the time being, but this is not a permanent situation, right? This is just the balancing out so you can evaluate how to move forward and make it more permanent and more sustainable. So outcome of the reading, however, you have here this 9 of Swords, and this shows me a state of stress. So some of you guys are feeling stressed about something. Let's go ahead and get into this 9 of Swords. Why is the 9 of Swords here, Spirit? Please tell me. Okay, so there is a disappointment. Something has disappointed you. Okay, one thing I will say with this 5 of Cups, please look at it carefully. There's 3 cups spilled with the wine on the grass or the ground. Then you have 2 cups still standing, but you're not looking at them. So meaning you're going to have to turn around to see that there's still opportunity where you might not see that is there, right? So from when you least expect it, there could be opportunity. It could be something that you could be very excited about, but you're so focused on what you have lost. However, take the time that you need, right? Because we need to process that. Just don't stay there, okay? You have here this King of Pentacles, which is potentially a block for you. King of Pentacles can be a very stubborn energy here. The King of Pentacles can show, I know what I'm doing, I don't want to hear it. Okay, it could be very close-minded energy, especially when you're in this Nine of Swords. You know, allow yourself to think outside the box, because right now the current patterns and behaviors and whatever situation is happening is obviously straining you in a different way. And the Nine of Swords is essentially you getting to that rock bottom page where you're just not seeing that there is something else or some way else to make this work. Okay. And then you have here the Eight of Wands. This means this is communication coming through, messages, someone maybe talking to you, maybe an opportunity to make a pivot, right? Maybe this is, you know, so many things coming at you so fast that you have no choice but to pivot. And it's interesting because even in the energy of the past, there's a very strong, fast energy in this reading. So balancing the act, right, and kind of centering yourself is very important with that Six of Pentacles and also with the Empress. Okay. What is, can you tell me more about this Six of Pentacles? In the near future, Six of Pentacles with the Page of Wands, I feel like this is actually something really good to focus on, is that balancing act, because one of the things that Spirit wants you to focus on integrating in your life a bit more is having fun, right? Being in the state of flow, being in the state of creativity. You know, this is about doing those activities to stimulate your brain in a different way. Spirit wants you to really make time for that, really balance out, yeah, the importance of the budget and all that good stuff, but also pencil in some time for you to be in the state of joy. Okay. And we have here Ace of Wands. Yeah. So this is all about a new passion. This could be that maybe some of you guys are interested in someone new, someone that's exciting. If this someone is the Page of Wands, this is not someone that should be taken too seriously right now, but it could be a really great moment to just be in the now. And then you have here King of Swords, which just shows me that you could be quite detached right now. So I just think it's really important for you to integrate, again, a little bit more fun, a little bit more joy in your life, and balancing that act. Again, if you need to take a moment for yourself, you have to make that a priority in order for you to center yourself and kind of remember who you are, right? Final messages for Cancer. What do we have? So for Cancer, we have here Knight of Cups. This is about wearing your heart on your sleeve. I just heard don't be too idealistic. Don't be too idealistic. Yeah. Queen of Cups, hold space for yourself 100%. But then you have the Moon, and the Moon can be just confusion. It also represents you in the reading. I feel like it's really important for you to get back to the root of yourself, right? It's really important for you to remember who you are, right? In the midst of everything that's happening, the speed that has basically taken over your life, things going so fast, Spirit is saying make some time for that version of you that right now is kind of hiding in the shadows, okay? If you have experienced a disappointment, yes, allow yourself to grieve that, allow yourself to feel that, but just make sure that you're not just dwelling on that energy, okay? So with that being said, I think I'm going to close it out right here. Please let me know if this reading resonated with you in any kind of way. And if it did, drop me a comment down below with your thoughts. Like and subscribe if you do want to support my channel, and I would truly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.